Steve Gallagher sends his apologies.
Of course he does. Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yes.
I'm.
I know. And Mr. Tripathi sends his apologies as well.
Fantastic.
So I got attendees from Widya,
Great.
Frank, hello Frank,
Yeah. Hi,
and
Frank.
Uzma. But yes,
she's just
Uzma,
left.
yeah, she sent a message too that she will be stepping out. So hello Zaida.
Maybe she's.
Hello, how are you? Can
I'm
you hear
okay.
me?
I'm okay. Getting better. I've been sick the past week, but recovering.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes.
Okay.
We're on time. Cliff said he was going to come, so let's just give him a minute or two. He's normally ready and raring to go. Bear with me. Did we hear Randy? It might be too early for him.
I did not hear from Randy. I sent them all individual messages. I think you all got it. Once as a group and then once individually. So I'm sure everyone got it. So let's just wait.
See how we go now.
And I'll start the recording of the minutes when everyone steps in. So.
Yeah, we should have we're going to try something new. It might fail well because I haven't had a chance to test drive it. But let's have a look. I'm going to try and share my screen. I can't see all of your faces at the same time. You don't see you.
We can see your screen.
Yes,
Can you see the
yes.
couch logo?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, awesome. I think that was someone else just popping in. Did I get them? Sorry, I need an extra screen. I'm going to stop sharing for a minute. Forgive me. I'm the one behind the 8 ball today.
Oh,
Here's Cliff. Hazrazal declined, but he's online. Did we hear from Shahana and Silla?
Hi.
Okay, there we go.
Right. Hi, Cliff. How you going?
Yes.
Good.
I'm just going to give another minute. And then I'm going to try an untested new technology, which is always the way to guarantee things don't work. But we may as well give it a go. You know, we try to be innovative. If it fails, we fail fast and we move on. I'm going to try this because it gives you guys an opportunity to give feedback. Yeah, no worries, Cliff. Eat your dinner. Okay, so, all right, let's not do the technology. We can try that in a second version of this. All right, everybody. Thank you. You want to record? Carl,
Okay, I will start the recording.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I cannot see your faces and share the content that I want to share at the same time. So I will choose to see your faces. And Carl, maybe I can record the session if everyone's open to it.
Yeah.
Because I'm hoping tonight can be a little bit more interactive, but it's not letting me record that. Okay. Okay. Plan C. How's Rizal? Excellent. Hi, Riz.
Which, hi, yes,
How you going?
Sarah, yeah.
You're looking very handsome tonight. You've been working out, fit and healthy.
Actually, I'm back to my hometown. That's why I said to Carl because, yeah, we are in the fasting months now.
Yes, you are, and I'm
Yeah,
sorry to bring everyone together.
It's okay.
But obviously, being home is good for you. You look relaxed and
Okay.
happy and hungry, probably, no doubt.
That's okay. Yeah.
Widia told me the other day she's been fasting for 55 years, so I've nicknamed her the queen of the fasting queen. All right, we've still got a couple more people coming in, which is amazing. I am going to. Oh yeah, I'm having some technical failures tonight. Don't record that. Okay, looks like I can't see you, and maybe I can and see what I want to talk about at the same time. So I might be a bit slower in gauging reactions because I like to be able to see everybody, and it's just not happening. Okay. So the reason, well, firstly, thank you everybody for coming. We'll just quickly for Carl run through who's here.
Yes.
So I have Cliff. Hi, Cliff. Asma, Frank, Hazrizal. Oh, Shahana, hello. I didn't see you. And I think this is Patrick. Are you with us? Oh, Randy. Hi, Randy. I always get confused. Still can't tell some of my Japanese characters from my Chinese characters. So, have you here? Full of unavailable people tonight. But what I will try and do is do the same kind of consultation with those that are on a different night, because I feel like we really need to kind of come together. We've had a few hits and misses in terms of executive meetings over the last few months. Oh, Cliff's back. And I thought we should take the opportunity to kind of regroup. And given that we've got our first annual general meeting or general assembly kind of coming up in April, which is really fast upon us, but we have to do it for our constitution. Maybe if everyone can mute themselves while we get underway, that would be great. So the purpose of tonight really is to have kind of an open and constructive conversation about where we're at the moment and where we'd like to go next. You know, Couch has always been about all of you and started in Asia, for Asia, by Asia, to advocate for Asian underwater cultural heritage and for practitioners. And by practitioners, we really mean anyone who is working with, wanting to work with underwater cultural heritage, and then the community that also kind of engages with that. So coastal communities, Indigenous communities, pretty much everybody who has a connection to that. What I want to be really clear about is that this is not about critiquing what we've done in the past, actually, because I think we've done an amazing job. And we've been going through, three of us, and actually setting up a kind of a timeline of achievements. And I'll talk through that in the moment. And I was saying to Carl a little bit earlier, for many of you that have been here since the very beginning, you know, it may feel like a very long time of doing the very unfun stuff. You know, we've really taken an approach that's, although it's iterative, it's very different to a way a lot of organizations set up, and that's they dive into the fun stuff. But we've purposefully tried to set ourselves up in a fair and equitable, inclusive way from the very beginning, so that we're looking after our people, and we're approaching this from, you know, a set of values that everyone agreed, or determined, really. But I'm very aware that it may feel kind of unfun. You know, there's a lot of admin, there's a lot of governance. And I'm hoping tonight we can kind of step out of that for a bit, and not churn through who's done what in meeting minutes, but step out of that and try to kind of come back to our, you know, our vision and get back in touch with that. So I would like to kind of guide a discussion, because there's a few key areas I think that are really important that we kind of touch on, and that's where we are now, what we think is kind of working well, maybe what isn't working well, what do we want to do differently, what are our kind of future priorities. And we've got a bit of a roadmap, but we can totally change that. And I really want to make sure, I want to hear from everybody. So I will, in the couch tradition, make sure that everyone's asked by name, kind of to have their input. But I'd also ask you to jump in if there's something that you want to say. And you don't have to wait to be asked. Like, I know in this part of the world, we might have really strong things to say, but we feel it's not appropriate just to jump in. I think we're a safe space, and if you want to jump in, you're very welcome to. So I can see your hand up, but I can't see everybody. Okay.
Okay, sorry, Sarah,
yeah.
Hasriza, I just want to quick what I'm doing now in Malaysia. So I try to combine actually between the heritage and also marine biodiversity. So can I share my just a simple slide here with you all?
Sure.
Okay, wait just a minute. I want to share my screen. How I want to share it? Allow to share window to the screen. Okay, this one I think. Can you see my screen? I don't know whether.
Not yet. Yes, yes.
Okay, you can see it, my screen. Okay, this is what I'm doing now. Actually, I'm trying to integrate between the heritage and marine conservation management model. So it's about the shipwreck sites here, underwater cultural heritage combined between the archaeological value and ecological value. So you can see here, which is the integrated of these two kind of components, and go to the integrated site management, which is heritage protection, marine conservation, and community engagement. So, and then for the next cycle, I will go for the sustainable blue economy, which is this like kind of integrated between two components, and then at the end, it will answer to the sustainable blue economy. Because now, what I'm doing, I try to go not only for the research purposes or education, I try to involve with the community outreach. That is what I'm doing in Malaysia now, because I think that's try to educate people, especially for the primary school student, and also the public is very important for us now in Malaysia, because we want people know about the maritime cultural heritage and also underwater ecology, because we are now in Malaysia. What I'm trying to say to the community, we already evolved from the agrarian kingdom to maritime kingdom. So that is important to highlight about this component. So this is what I'm doing now, and I also last time that when you asked me about involvement in the manuscript, but now I'm a bit busy with the book publication, and also I highlight to not only the academic book. I go for the I going for the kit book actually. So this is what I'm doing now. So
Great.
yeah, can you see this one
Yeah, I can,
this?
but I think it's really wonderful that you're sharing. But tonight's about the council. So perhaps if you want to send in, well, we can talk about that, how to share that with the group.
Yeah.
And yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. But I think we haven't been together in 3 months. And we're getting a lot of people saying that they're attending meetings and they're not attending meetings. And a lot of the work is falling to the 3 or 4 people that are there every month. And I too have 3 books, 9 papers, and all of the couch work. So I think it's productive not to say that we're busy, because one person saying they're busy automatically makes the insinuation that others aren't. So I think that if we can accept that everyone's busy, and we need to live our values, and that's part of why we wanted to bring everyone together. So I love what you're doing. I would love you to share it. And actually, we would love to invite you to publish that. But if we can come back to everybody's individual other work at another time, that would be really helpful. So if that's okay with everybody, I think this is the first time we've had everyone together. And actually, we've got a new person with us tonight. So we've got Asma. I think this is the first time you've been with us. And
Yes, this is my first time.
yeah,
And after trying so hard so many times, I could never get hold of the link and I couldn't get the time fixed. So I'm happy to join today at last.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. So,
and I'm looking forward to do something for this group. I'm really looking forward, because this is one of my favorite thing, my favorite subject. And I worked many years on Indus Delta, so maybe I can contribute something to this group.
Oh, we know you can. So I thank you so much for coming along. And actually, we've got a combined group tonight. We've got some of the executive council. We have a couple of people that are on the committees that support the executive council. And then, of course, we've got people like you and Frank that we would love to have involved in our executive council. But I am very aware that, some of our systems and processes aren't great. We're still building. And this is why we are not charging any membership fees, because we think that it is really at the moment not appropriate to charge a membership fee to those people that are working really hard to build the organization, because you're effectively paying in time and effort to help us build this out. So we don't want to charge money. I mean, I think it would be, personally, I think that's exploitative, because we're effectively charging people to work. And at the moment, the organization really isn't delivering value to our members. Our members are delivering value for us. So knowing that we've got kind of a mixed group, we've got some people in the room that have been here since meeting 1, like 3 years ago. And we have people like you, it's your first meeting. And normally this would be sorry, everyone's pinging in their chat and I can't turn the sound off, so forgive, otherwise I can't hear you. So I think tonight I would like us to be really open-minded, because we have people that are going to have deep views based on their experience on certain things, and people that are coming to this with a really fresh mind. But we've always tried to be open and participatory, and actually the research that we're doing to build the organization, we are all really both researchers and participants, right? Because we're all either working in, wanting to work in, or engaged in underwater cultural heritage in various ways in the region. We are all banded together by the mandate that we see that the Eurocentric ways of kind of protecting underwater cultural heritage aren't really working for Asia. Even the one country that has ratified, it doesn't work for them. So we're here because we know that there's got to be a better way. We're here that we want to support practitioners like Hazrazal, who's doing amazing work. And I didn't want to shut you down, Riz. I just think we've got really limited time together, and we can share. Actually, you can present your work at one of our speaker series, and Uzma will reach out to you. But I think we really need to just come together and kind of regroup a little bit. And that's not negative, because we've got the opportunity to kind of look forward, and we can do that with people who've had very limited experience of being in this committee. But you guys have had experience of trying to get onto the committee. And Frank, I know you've made an application months ago, and it's just come to my attention that you haven't been able to progress that. And no problems, Riz. Go prepare your meal, and if you want to come back, and we'll try and find a time to do this exact same thing with those that aren't here tonight. Okay. Is everyone kind of comfortable with why we're here? So we don't have a set agenda. We're not necessarily going to formally record apologies or any of that. When we do these kinds of things, we have a very strict rule of what's in English called Chatham House rules, so that we can use the information that's raised tonight. We can't attribute that information to anybody. So we don't quote anybody. We don't say who was here. And it's pretty much confidential, because we think that this is a way to provide a little bit of comfort and safety, that what you say stays within the group. So you don't have to follow kind of official statements. You can speak freely on your own behalf, and nothing you say will be quoted as coming from you. The other thing is, is that we really do want your honest opinions. And I also know in Asia, it's in most cultures at least, it's not appropriate to speak freely for fear of losing somebody's face. I would encourage you to speak freely. I certainly won't lose my face. We really want to understand what's working, what's not working, and we can't do that without your honest opinions. Does anyone have any thoughts, comments, or questions so far? I don't have everyone's faces on the screen.
Now I'm trying to.
You're typing.
Yeah, wait.
For those that can turn their cameras on, it would be great. While Zaida's typing, is there any other comments or questions that people would want to raise before we get underway? Okay, I won't ask you all individually at this point. Okay, while Zaida's typing, the first question, we can come back to that. Thanks, Zaida. The first question that I would like you all to think about, and either raise your hands if you would like to speak that, or feel free to pop it in the chat, is what do you think that Couch, the council, is doing well right now? If you don't feel that we're doing anything well, that's okay. Also, let us have that feedback. Zaida.
Hello, can you hear me? I have a voice problem, so I'm just asking again and again. Is that okay? You can hear me?
We
Okay.
can hear you now.
So, oh, perfect. So while talking about Koch, it's my personal opinion, we are really doing well because we are a very new organization and we grew up very systematically. We plan things. We have our Facebook social accounts, social media accounts, then our newsletter, then continuously meetings. Like little by little, everyone put their efforts, and of course, you put the most of the efforts. You and Karal, we really appreciate it. But I think we should give credit to Coach that we really growing up with this, especially the this big these monthly talks. These are really very interesting. Sometimes we miss it due to the time zones difference and everything, but it's a great move. Secondly, we are noticeable among this community. People know about Koch. People talk about Koch. People wanted to join as a voluntarily. So over this time period, I think it's a good progress, in my opinion.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. And I think I can, for those that are relatively new, I'd like to, if I can, show you something. Steve, Widya, and I kind of worked on this as part of our, let me see if I can share my screen, as part of our article that we are trying to put together. Can you guys see that table? Are you seeing a table with blue text on your screen? Okay. So to Zaida's point, and I know that there are things I think we can do better, but this is a little bit of a table from where we've come and how we got here. Maybe if we're not chatting, we can mute ourselves. So I'm really grateful to you, Zaida, for saying that, because actually these conversations started back in 2021. There may be some typing errors in here. It's not the fun. We had the first Asian Underwater Cultural Heritage Workshop that many of you presented at, and that was with Dalian Maritime University and Chinese University of Hong Kong to look at the state of the region. We didn't cover the whole region, but we had about 24 jurisdictions. We did a second workshop. So this is 2021. We did a second workshop 2022 where we invited
Sarah,
yeah.
sorry, we're only seeing the corner of the table.
That's all there is to see, I think.
Oh, okay.
4 columns, right? I can make it
No,
bigger.
yeah, well, actually, I'm only seeing one column and the bottom left-hand column.
What has everyone else got?
I have the whole thing. I can see the
Yeah, 4.
Yeah, I'm
There are
fine.
4 columns.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can
Okay,
see. I guess it's your screen settings maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe
Sorry,
you can
Cliff.
reduce the zoom in, so it
Yeah.
may help you.
So we've had the second workshop, which we use to consider the key challenges in the region during that first workshop. And we asked a speaker from a jurisdiction who is experiencing that, acutely to kind of present. And it was at these 2 workshops that the need for a was kind of identified, and in the second one agreed to establish that. So you can see there was a working group established in 2023. The organization was established but under a different name. We've had directors appointed. We've developed a constitution. We changed our name because we felt it better aligned with our objectives. The existing directors were appointed. We spent months working on a code of ethics, a volunteer policy. We've had our soft launch. We have done 2 presentations at 2 different conferences last year. And in the background, we've also actually, to Zaida's point, run 3 episodes of a speaker series where Scylla, who's here, Randy, who's here, and Steve Gallagher have done individual presentations. We are working on we were always working on a newsletter, but we have a draft of kind of a newsletter, so, and I think, Zaida, I am also seeing that there's more interest coming, and I'm grateful for that. But we can always, and we're learning as we're going. We think, we consider, we redo. It's very much an action research kind of cycle. But would anyone else like to suggest what we're doing well right now? Or is there something that's really important to you that you think that we could do better? And thank you, Zaida, for jumping in first. Randy's next on my screen. Randy, I know you hate it when I do this. Do you have thoughts about what we have done well, what we could do better? Whatever comes top of mind.
I think it's always a problem, and we had discussed this several times, but the means of communication or putting out information, we have to kind of straight line it, but everybody using different, some people Facebook is better, some people Gmail is better, so there's a lot of different information just coming from here and there, and it's sometimes confusing. We discussed this before, but we couldn't really find a good solution. But if anybody has better idea of how to communicate, I think that will improve our commitment to the group and more, group feel to it. So
I totally agree. Cliff has put his hand up. Cliff?
Yes, I'm just making sure. You can hear me, right?
Yep, we can.
Okay. Basically, I think Randy's raised a very good point. And one of the issues I found is that with information coming on different channels, I don't always know when the actual information was sent out. So to make the date and time of the send more obvious, because otherwise it's a little bit, as Randy says, it's confusing. You're getting different bits of information through different channels, and you don't know what the actual date of that send was. So if it's, I don't mind it coming through different channels because it has to. That's just the nature of where we live. But if it could be dated somewhere very clearly and timed, then we know that there's a time point that's relevant.
Yes. For those that have a relatively new, this is one of our biggest challenges because we took an early decision to use email because it's the only thing that is accessible in every country in Asia. I see you, Zaida. I'll come to you in just a second. And with that, we have challenges because in most countries, there is either a heavy reliance on WeChat, Telegram, WhatsApp, or Messenger, and others. And most check email regularly because it's a more instant communication on an app. You all know that, and the apps are encrypted. And in China, WhatsApp, Messenger, and Telegram is blocked. In some countries, WeChat is blocked. And so not every country can access those four alone. I don't know how to fix it because now VPNs are banned in China unless you have a permit. And so individual and companies can get permits, but these sites are often still blocked. A lot of people who've been abroad have got VPNs, but we can't assume that everyone has a VPN and that everyone would want one because they are also banned. But then we're not checking email. So to Cliff's point, and it's obvious on an email, but we have when it's been sent, but people don't respond to email very quickly, if at all. So Chubo will send a version of something that's really important. It won't be all information, but something that's really important in Chinese to WeChat, and I will send it to Messenger. But to Cliff's point, we get pretty much zero uptake on WeChat, and then people respond on Messenger, but at least 50% of the people in our membership aren't on Messenger. So this is, I think, one of the key challenges because we can't undo the custom of not checking email. But while people aren't checking email, or they tell me there's too many emails, I don't know the solution to that. And so this is part of why I wanted to get everyone together tonight. Even if we can't solve it tonight, we can flag issues that we will focus on solving, because I think if we can solve some of these key issues that have been bubbling underneath, then it will allow us to go back to our agenda and try and get some of that backlog of stuff that hasn't been done. Karan, before I come to you, Zaida had her hand up. So Zaida, back to you, and then we'll go to Karan.
Dr. Asma is also hands up. I also just wanted to highlight the WeChat issue because I don't know, WeChat is not working for me. So I couldn't get the conversation which is on the WeChat. And for the email, sometimes when we reply, then there is a threads of email, and the last, conversation is on the top. So we missed the previous one and, we need to go back everything. So sometimes it's like confusing, and when we reach to the first conversation, there are multiple replies who already addressed it. So this is also one of the problem that due to the different time zones, when we reach to the actual question, it is already addressed, or already so many multiple replies are coming. So this is a little bit complicated in our case as well.
Yeah, it is. I understand that. Um, I understand. Karan, your hand up. Would you? And thank you, Zaida. I agree with you.
Yeah.
It is
But
challenging.
messenger pretty much work in a way that at least we catch up a little bit things from messenger.
Yeah, but Messenger is blocked in China, and now a lot of people are finding the fact that iCloud and Facebook have given access to the CIA problematic. So a lot of people and senior people are pulling back off those platforms. So it's not a solution, but my attempt has been to either copy what's on an email into the messenger. But then, of course, all those replies that come in on email don't go into messenger. Or where there's something kind of casual that's not formal, we can put that into messenger, but we're getting also then a kind of a duplicate. I don't know what the solution is, but I know it's a problem. Karan, and we'll go to you, and then Asma, and then Karan, you've got two hands up, so back to you.
I don't know how that happened. I click once.
Doesn't matter. You've got two hands. You can put them both up.
Yeah. Yeah, I was actually thinking about this issue because I'm seeing Facebook and email at the same time, and while adding new members, people like I have a new flood of friend requests. Because I'm in Couch and those people are now putting me, and I'm like, it's private. We probably need a Couch specific Facebook identity at some point.
Okay. We
Yeah.
have one, but this is
A page.
Yeah,
That's
not
the
an-
page. It
not an
cannot add it to a
identity.
messenger. Yeah. So as a Facebook identity. That's one thing. And I was actually looking at some open source, self-hosting type programs, which were, you have to like set up your own server. Probably we'll have to purchase a PC and set up our own server. And it can self-host something as akin to like a forum, like a Reddit thread where, everything is time-stamped and you have a very nested way of understanding replies. So it's well structured so that it, clears the issue of having a long chat list or, poorly nested emails. But I think the best solution for us, like if we have a website, then a website or some form of self-hosted open source forum type solution would be the best, because that is the only thing that will be interoperable across regions.
Yeah, I am going to. You've also raised excellent points. I'm just going to try and, as we go through, I'm making notes and it's being recorded, but I'll type a few of these into the chat. I think if we can move from a Facebook page to a Facebook identity, that would be amazing, because at the moment it's attached to me. And then you raised website, which has been something I have been desperately trying to, it's high on the agenda, but admittedly it's been low on activity. And we can talk about that, but I think that's absolutely critical, because then we can actually have a forum attached to the website, which might accommodate some of the things that you're suggesting. I'm not
Yeah, and probably the website can be, an independent structure, but the forum itself is a different thing, and we can probably, I don't know, expedite on that first,
Yeah.
because it's mostly just like setting up everybody's accounts and make a self-hosting thing. You don't really have to think about design in that.
Yeah, and I think actually, I mean, I'm not a web person, which is my why my website hasn't been updated in 2 years. But I think now the tech is such that we can probably get a lot of help from AI to build that quickly. We do have our domain already, which is underwaterheritage.asia. We have that. We own that. It's not self-hosted, but it's currently hosted by GoDaddy only because I was using that. But we can move that, so that we are independently managing that. I think that's great. We'll add in here self-hosting. Is there anything else you'd like to add on that point now? Please do.
Not really. I think in terms of communication, I was feeling that having something that is self-hosted would be probably the best, because right now Asian Unity is kind of a mess right now. So
Don't you know?
I think we can't rely on like others as of now on these matters.
Yeah. I agree with that. Thank you. We'll go to Asma, and then we'll see if your second hand has anything to say. Asma, would you like to add anything? And thank you.
Yes. This is just related to all others raised this point about the email. Email is quite a difficult. When I send an email, it doesn't reach you somehow. I don't know what is the issue. And I'm thankful to Uzma. Last time she helped me with that. But otherwise, I am not able to send emails to you. That is one issue. It goes somewhere. Then sometimes it says waiting for approval, and your emails come to me. But then, it's so confusing. Like there are so many thread is there. Then link is not found. So that is the reason many meetings. And I was really feeling bad about it. So I think we need to, we need to work on the email system somehow.
I'm very sorry that you have had that experience, and I'm even sorrier that we've made you feel bad, right? We really want to achieve the opposite of that. And clearly we have failed. I think I understand what that challenge is, because until you've been added into the Gaggle mail, then you can't send to the Gaggle mail address. So we will need to, for the moment, we'll need to check that we've added you kind of correctly, because I've been doing a lot of that, and I'm not sure whether I've added you. So this is maybe why you can't send.
Okay.
But I think we've identified that maybe Gaggle Mail is not the best for us. Like, it has a back end that you can search for things. So it is a repository, but I think to Karan's point, it's badly nested. So it's not easy to immediately see kind of what's where. And it was only ever intended to be a temporary solution while we got the website up, and then we haven't had our website up.
If the access is easy, then we can all talk to each other very quickly. The access is the problem, I feel. That's my feeling. So maybe we need to work on that.
Yeah, I think this is really the big challenge.
Mm.
Clearly, it's difficult. Maybe Karan has got a great suggestion. If we can self-host something, that would be great. And thank you for feeling comfortable enough to be honest. This is
and
why
I'm
I
not
wanted
on
to get us
Messenger
together.
also. I'm not on Messenger, so that's the issue. I miss a lot of things.
And I had a note. I don't know if it's real or if it's spam, but I had a note from Messenger saying that they're not. It's disappearing. It's going to revert to being a Facebook product. So the app is going to go. I don't know if that's real, but I got that message in Messenger from Messenger 2 days ago. But thank you, Asma, and thank you for coming.
Thank you.
I've got another hand up. Fran, that's your second hand. would you like to add? Now? You can keep it up the whole thing. No problem.
It says raise, so I'll raise one more hand.
And I know that you're there and you're relatively new to us. We have not handled your particularly well. So I think you're well placed to let us know your thoughts on our communication challenges. To us.
Well, Facebook, and I'm shifted from China and now living in Australia. I need to use all of them, so I already
Yeah, me too.
have the habit. So I check them every day. So yeah, I don't have anything else to say because I just ran into not just to coach, but also to maritime archaeology or heritage management. What I'm worried is about my assignment every week assignment. So I need to learn from the start. So yes.
If you need any, don't tell Wendy, but if you need any suggestions, let us know. We're here to support everyone.
Okay. I hope I can make some good friends here, and if we can do something interesting in the future, or can benefit to our career.
For sure. Thank you. And who else haven't we heard from? Liz? Enough to have something. Are you still with us? Yes. Thank you. You've done a lot for us. So we really appreciate that. And Carl, you're on the receiving end of both my communication challenges and everyone else's. I think you're really well placed to share your thoughts. Is there anything you'd like to add?
Yeah, I mean, on my end, it's just everything's fine. Everything's fine. I know some people would prefer Facebook because, and I understand why, because it's more of an instant communication, right? There's instant replies, and especially that when you've seen it, your little face pops out in the corner. Some people like WhatsApp and Viber, but with the group, we've been using Facebook and email, right? So occasionally Sarah would message me on WhatsApp, but it's just been once. So it's just really Facebook and email. So what I'm seeing is I think the more like official or professional mails I send out to the email, and for a quicker respond I go on Facebook, but I only communicate on Facebook with the people who are on the list.
Yeah.
Right? And I know that it's not open, especially in China and all these countries, because it's banned. So maybe we can just stick to email since it's just really open to everyone. I know it can be challenging, especially when it gets flooded and the mails get all the way under. It's been happening to me as well. And not everything has been relevant to what I need to do. So what I've been doing is I've been deleting the things that I don't have to work on or worry about. And I just been keeping the things that I have to keep track of. I know it's a little confusing, but yes, it's work to go back and forth to things, but it's part of the work, right? And I think that since email is just accessible to everyone, that we should just check our emails and organize it as best as we can in our own ways, right? We all have different organic ways of organizing things, and what works for you. And I think, for me, I think email is the best. It's not instant, but but it reaches everyone. We have a membership directory. If you know how to use the drive, we have a membership directory, and you can find everyone's email there. So if you cannot send to the Gaggle mail, maybe you can send directly. You can find through the list, and actually the drive is very complete. You just have to know how to.
Yeah, I am listening to you. I'm trying to see.
Yeah.
At the
Yeah, I
same
hope I
time.
made sense. I hope I made
No, you
sense.
did. Absolutely. And I think I in some ways I'm a bit responsible for that because very early on we kind of decided, although a lot of people don't like email and it's challenging, it was the
Yes.
only way to reach everybody. But now I'm wondering if there are some challenges with Gaggle Mail. And someone mentioned about we turned it on in the beginning because a couple of members, one of our executive was not realizing he was emailing to the whole group. You're muted, Cliff, and was sending emails that shouldn't have gone to the group. So we turned it on kind of for him, that shouldn't have gone to the group, that was personal. But actually in the last couple of weeks, I know it's been challenging. I mean, I've been sick, Carl's been away, and then Uzma hasn't been able to moderate her own messages. Or actually she made some, and this is not a criticism, she made a mistake in the date and then it moderated her own message. And then we had confusion that moderate our own messages. We'll only moderate some. But of course, if somebody else is unavailable, the messages can sit there. I think we can that's no problem. That can be done like now. But then we've got to think about really double checking what we're sending an event, for example. If we mess up an email and we all know each other, it doesn't matter. So if it's not a private message that's accidentally gone to the group. So that's something that we can make sure that we're getting somebody else to read and check our email before we send it. If it can go, we would just have to be a bit careful to make sure that what we're sending is and Steve's got much better at the list. So he hasn't sent anything that shouldn't have been sent for at least 18 months. I haven't had to delete it. So this is something with the communication, I guess, we can turn the moderation off. Because it means emails will come as they're sent and people won't get kind of 9 emails all at the same time when they've been moderated. Now, Cliff, you were talking. I don't know if you wanted to add something. No? Okay. Who else haven't we? Kren, is this a new hand you've got up?
I can use my old hand.
Okay.
So about Gaggle, we had a short discussion about, making subgroups based on, the executive, the meetings, and the one which is sent for general things, and with grouping our member groups to, be more effective in the moderation issue so that people are not
one for the executive. I just got to pay the fee. So I think this is an excellent idea. Because something that now we're growing, I think we need to be mindful of is that discussions that either happen at advisory board level or executive level or committee level don't need to go to everybody. Like in the beginning, we wanted everything to go to everybody because there was only like 6 or 10 or 20 of us. But now I think we need to, both for our governance and to make it easier, we start sorting those things out. So that's a very easy fix. That I can do first thing in the morning is have one for executives. I just have board with executive meetings because that should be strategic versus operational. And then we've got the fully functioning committee is the outreach and public program. We only talk on Messenger because it's 4 of us. And make a separate group. And then actually when we build other committees, each committee can have its own. And once we've got our website sorted out, then all the directors can have their own couch email. Do anything with it. I'll check that. Does everyone agree that that would help ease the burden? That's a nod from Cliff. Yeah, as well as you. I think so. And
I also agree. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Then it's easier for Carl, right? And if Carl's chasing executive members, he can just email list and not the whole member list. So I think that should release a little bit of that traffic. Shahana, you are here. Would you like to add any comments? Or unless maybe you've also gone to breakfast.
Not yet. I'm here. I'm listening.
Oh yeah, it's still early there, isn't it?
I'm listening all this and so much. In fact, brilliant idea came. I think the issue is real because I think everyone as it came as a problem, it's a problem. But like all the things have same things like if you, as he said, maybe we can just have the email. And as you said, the email is not in the group of the members, like when the executive committee members are there, so they are only getting the email and they are there and giving their time, having the general meeting, then all the members are getting the email. And messenger group also, I think not this like the repetition we do not need. Maybe we can use the messenger as a reminder. It's simple short note for reminder or something general, very fast communication or needs, like urgent communication, then we send information through messengers. And also our meetings are in the Google Calendar. So I think this is perfectly all right because we all can check what we have in our which meeting and what. So this is also, I think, well done.
Yeah, that's a good
for me.
idea.
Yeah.
I think I'm hearing that the repetition is a big problem, both
like they sometimes we like if it is a note, not for everyone, but then if you are putting that message in the messenger group, so everybody is getting that message, but
Yes.
maybe you are not addressing everyone.
Yeah,
And yeah, and sometimes maybe we have the same message through email, and same things again we are putting in the messenger. So and what happened, like when readers are reading both, and after following all this, then they will leave that, then they are missing the urgent one but following the some general issues. Yeah, I think this is not a problem. In fact, I think today's discussion is very fruitful, but we were trying. I will again support Couch, because I'll say we are doing good, and we are trying to reach, trying to do as much as we can. And for that, maybe sometimes, but we all are a family. So
Yeah,
yes, we
everyone's got
will
a
be
lot on.
developing ourselves, all of your suggestions, and I don't mind.
And
Yeah.
for those that for I think, and for Frank, Shahana is on our advisory board and she has been here since day one. So
Yes.
this is the voice of experience. So I think we do have to tackle the repetition and remove that repetition. And asthma, why? Because we don't have our own Facebook identity yet, only a page, you can add me on Facebook and then I will add you to the chat.
Thanks, Sarah. Thanks.
That's why I pinged that. And thank you, dear Shahana. I appreciate that. Cliff, your hand is up. What would you like to add?
I just wanted to add to Shahana's comment. I too find it quite tiring to have this repetition on different channels, but I have to say I do find it really good to have the little messenger on the either the day off or the day before we're going to have a meeting. Just a reminder, then I can look back and look at genetics or the issue is that we're going to be discussing. It's a great way to just remind me to look back. So that I find very useful. But otherwise, the repetition, it is confusing. You have to scroll up and down on some channels, and it's a messy. Put it that way. Yeah.
Okay. Shared your thoughts on. Got everybody. Randy, Shahana, Zaida, it was Carl. Okay. So if I've got this right,
Carl's got
communication.
his hand up.
Question.
Oh,
Here.
hi Carl. I
Question,
didn't
yes.
see your face.
How about iMessage? Does that work for anyone? No.
Uh,
No, it's really bad. Okay, sorry.
Good try.
I mean,
No more message, Carl. You have to
Okay.
sit down. You have to tie your
No,
hand.
please,
No,
no.
I mean,
Okay,
if Carl is
okay.
gifting us
That's a
iPhones, I
hard-
don't really mind.
That's a hard no. I think. Good try.
Okay.
Hard no. Okay. So we definitely will take away communication as a challenge. We understand that repetition. We don't love email, but we all understand that it's the only one that gets through to everybody. We don't like repetition of what's on email going into, for example, Messenger. So that's something we can immediately stop. That's an easy fix. But we appreciate messengers or Yeah, short reminders, maybe to check email. So I do with my
Short
China
reminders and links.
and links. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay,
Um,
that's good.
My problem
Uh,
with the messenger and the email is not everyone is on the messenger.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yes.
if I
But
send a
one
reminder
is the
there,
email. You can send email, and also the link can be added to the Google Calendar as well.
Yeah.
So one can get in from there.
So maybe with reminders on Messenger, we might have reminders to check email. And
Yes, yes.
I don't mean to say that to be condescending, but I do this with some of my colleagues. We chat them to tell them to check email. So where we've got like an announcement that's important of a meeting, or not only do we send it a reminder the day before or on the day, but we're saying, hey, we've just scheduled a meeting, check your email. And then we're not repeating content. That should limit the volume that's coming in Messenger and should make it less confusing, because then we've got a specific date and time within the email. And if we're not repeating it on Messenger, then we're not going to be confused about what's been sent when.
And the good thing is also, it's very easy to accidentally clear one of your emails and it goes into your junk. But if you're sending a reminder, you can actually claim it back.
Yes. Yeah.
So that's also a good thing.
Okay. This is really useful feedback. And I've also got that we will need our own Facebook identity. We've just made the point here with Asma, she can't just add that, she has to add one. So we will investigate Facebook identity. We'll invest website, because although that's not an immediate fix, it actually is a step to making life a lot easier. We will definitely not add any other messaging platforms. Hard no on that. And we will, and this is also an easy fix, add an executive and an advisory board email. So that will take all of that correspondence members list for what it was intended to, which is talking to everybody. Investing kind of self-hosting solution so that we're not dependent on geopolitical situations. Is there anything in the communication kind of bucket that I've missed recording that you would like to add? Asma? Okay. Cliff?
Nope.
Frank?
I think it's great. Yeah. For the moment.
Shahana, anything I've missed?
No, I think everything covered.
Maybe it was his eating. Whit is eating, which is why she's not here yet. Zyder, anything that location we should add?
No, we have covered everything. A very detailed discussion, on everything.
Because I've got more on my list. Randy, anything that we haven't touched on for communication?
Oh, I'm okay. Yeah, I understood. So
I can't see everyone's face tonight for some reason, so forgive me if I'm not responding to facial cues. And I think, Karan, anything else? Any more hands for communication? No. Okay. I'm going to take that as this is really important information. I'll put both my hands up. Really important information. Thank you all for being so honest. Now, I guess other than communication, what feels kind of unclear, or if anything, does feel unclear, difficult, that we could kind of do better, like now? Like any tensions that we're experiencing beyond just the communication? I know I'm asking the big questions tonight. Okay, no one's picking. At least I can't see your faces. Oh, that's better. I can see your face. Ah, that's better. I was on the wrong screen. Okay. So I'm getting the clear indication, and that communication is the big one, right? And through the silence, I'm seeing that there's nothing else that we're finding difficult. Cliff, you just put your hand up.
I was just wanted to say that obviously communication is issue, but at the same time, it's very obvious that the network is growing, so that's a really good thing. The word is getting out. I see that people with abilities are becoming more professional in terms of what they're doing and how they're
I think we should be really proud of ourselves. You know, and the future maritime archaeologists and maritime lawyers will be saying, "Oh my, this is such an amazing organization. Look at these legends who set that up." You know, like the way that we look back on Michael Roy and the others. I hope that they look like. Okay, so thank you actually all for the positive comments. Communication clearly is a challenge. I'm not hearing any other key challenges. So I will, okay, there's no one jumping in. So what about kind of our roles, particularly for the executive, our roles and responsibilities, and how we're kind of making like decisions? I know we've got job descriptions which guide us, but I also know that we haven't had a lot of capacity to kind of onboard people like immediately. Like Karan and I have been trying to have a conversation for like 4 months. And I think we have some kind of capacity challenges, but that's not a negative, right? We are either all in full-time job or owning and running businesses. Like, to Hazrazal's point, like everyone is busy. So I'm wondering how people that are in these roles, how people are finding it. What are the challenges that you're experiencing in your individual roles that we might be able to kind of relieve or deal with? Is anyone having a challenge specific to their role beyond communication? Zaida! I knew. Recruitment. You want out of recruitment, don't you? And you can. Change your job. No problem.
The issue is with me.
I know what it's
Yeah,
like.
the issue
I
is
was
with me
doing
that
it.
from October. Yeah, from
Oh, we've lost.
October, no internet, even for.
Oh, maybe no internet now too.
Can you hear me?
No.
Yes.
So now we can.
Oh, she's frozen again.
She's
I just would like to share that.
You might need to share that again.
No, really?
Yeah, maybe you'll need to type.
Okay, now can you
Sorry
hear
for that.
me or no?
Now we've got you, but it seems the internet doesn't want your feedback, because when you get to the feedback portion, it cuts out. And then when you finish giving the feedback and you say, "Can you hear
Okay.
us?" Then we can.
So like from
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
October to March. Oh my
No.
God.
Oh my God! Yeah, typing, please. Okay, so she's frozen again. Okay, we've got you. We've got you back. Try again.
You got me back because now I am here. There is an internet device and I'm here. So I hope so it will connect me both.
Yeah, we hear you now.
Okay, perfect. Because now the internet device at my head.
Okay.
So, the issue with the recruitments and interviews is that from October till, March, I'm continuously on excavation and I do not have connection, even the phone connection, which is a great problem for me to conduct the meetings and interviews, and really feel sorry that I cannot do this. This is really problematic for me because the winter season is a excavation season in Pakistan. Now the summers are started, so it's like nobody can go for the excavation the whole day. But the winter season is our excavation season. So this probably very difficult, for me to manage with these things. And I'm really sorry with Frank that we have email exchange, but then we cannot follow up.
Okay, so maybe actually this is something that I guess will apply to a few of us, I think, to let others know when we're going to be away, because obviously we have lives and families and so maybe even if it's just a quick email into Carl to say, look, I'm going to be away for this period, then that will help us manage the communication better. Because if we know you're going to be out for kind of 6 months or 3 months, then we know that we don't have to send you meeting requests in that period, for example. So it will, or follow-ups. I'm the queen of follow-up. But it's pointless me following up if you're off the grid for 3 months. Cliff.
I was going to suggest that once we've separated us into different groupings, it's actually much easier for us to then have a calendar for each group where we can block off periods. And then anybody from that group will know why a certain person cannot be available or whatever at that time. And that way, that particular group can cover for that person.
That's a great idea. I don't know that annual question. A group calendar in Gmail or in Gaggle, not Gaggle.
It should be possible.
Or in our Google. What I mean, I don't know.
I'm not a tech person, but
Me
Karen,
neither.
do you have
I
any
mean-
suggestions?
It's a room full of archaeologists. Of course, we're focused on the past. No.
But well, being archaeologists, we are supposed to be good with calendars as well. So
Yeah,
the thing is,
supposedly.
yeah. So what we can do is we can make an Google sheet or Excel sheet where
Yeah,
the executive has things and we can just block out times.
absolutely. That's what I was
People just
thinking.
write that in. So
Because
that
Yeah.
Saida will
it's an
hate
easy
me
fix.
because I keep emailing her when she doesn't respond, and then I fill her inbox. I'm sure it's me that fills your inbox, and then I complain that her inbox is full. Okay, so this is also might help our communication, right? Because nobody wants a full inbox because people are still messaging them thinking that they're available. Okay.
And Sarah, I think you could start off with an Excel sheet, literally just for the executive committee, and see how that works out, and then you can extend it, to other committees, etc. But it would be a good trial basis because the executive committee is so important that